getting all set up.
We are live.
Are we?
Right from San Francisco.
Live from San Francisco.
Yeah.
It's Monday morning. Good morning,
Hey guys.
good evening, good afternoon,
Wherever
good night,
you are in the
wherever you are.
world.
Yeah. We are back with another Adobe XD Weekly. I'm Lindsay Munro, and I work on the social team for Adobe XD. And joining me is...
I'm Demian Borba. I'm a strategic development manager, also focused on XD and design, and really here to listen to your feedback, your feature requests, your bugs, things that you find there that could improve, and bring it all back to the product team here in San Francisco. So as you see people around here, they are the XD team, right? So we're literally here. So we're live.
In the thick of it. Also, one thing you forgot to mention is we're also here to show you some awesome stuff. Not only do we show you demos of different things, which is a big chunk of what we're doing today, we also give you the inside track of what we have coming up. So
sometimes we show things we're not even allowed. Like
actually, Demian really likes to do that. I'm the one keeping him under control. So
we like to take some risks.
It's true. It's true, right? You know? It's
good. So true.
Good.
So we have a full set of things to show today, right?
Once again, we had another big week for XD.
Oh my God! Last week was XD 6.
I'd like to say another month, another release, but I don't even think it was a full month. You know?
Yeah, it's so crazy, right? Like we had XD's like 3 years in the making now, and we announced our version 1.0 in October, and since then we're having updates every single month, and they're not like very small updates, they're big updates. So there's a lot of people, a lot of talented engineers, designers, product managers, program managers working on XD, and there's a lot of progress.
And then we have all the folks like myself working on all the goodies to help you guys get in there and start creating. So
that's so
and we'll
true.
talk a little bit about that too.
That's so true. But just a big point, this is really for you guys, so please use this as an opportunity to send your questions, to send your feedback, things that you don't know how to do. Like I can jump right in and show you how to do that. Maybe it's not there, but there is a workaround. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of the things that you guys need that are not there yet are in a roadmap, and we can totally answer those questions. Actually, on April 16th, we're going to get Andrew Shorten here, the director of product, to talk to you about roadmap and where things are. And so please
he's the one who's got all the answers, honestly. So you guys should tune in next week and ask him the hard questions.
And big decisions. True. All right, so what we have today?
We got South Africa, Chicago, Saudi Arabia in the house. We also have Brazil.
Oh, hey, Brazil.
Folks from all over. I love seeing where everybody's tuning in from, so feel free to jump in the comments and let us know. So where do you want to start? Do we want to dive right into the March update? Do you want to talk about UI kit stuff? What are you thinking?
Let's start with the March update. As of last Tuesday, we had our 6th update to XD. Again, every month.
Since V1.
Since V1.
Yeah.
And that was a big one. So the first thing that's there, let me switch to my screen here, and I will show you what we have there. So as you know, XD is available. You can go to xd.adobe.com and you can download it. There's a 7-day trial. We have news there very soon that will be awesome as well, but you can go here, you can learn about how to use XD. But once you have XD available, and for people that have Creative Cloud, it's just here. So you can go to apps, click on the Creative Cloud app there, apps, and then you can just download XD and install or update if you already have. So it's just that. Once you have it there, you can start opening XD. And let's talk about the features that
what is this that you're looking at?
This is a UI kit, and we're going to talk about that in a second.
In a second. I'm just really excited. Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Very well designed UI kit by Megan, right?
Megan Fisher.
Yes. And we're going to talk about that in a second. But the first thing that we have in March is this huge feature that allows designers that have work in Photoshop.
Have you guys heard a little bit about a program called Photoshop? You might have used it once or twice.
Yeah, so if you have your UI kits, your design, your work in Photoshop, you can now magically go to File, Open, and just, let's see, go here to this place where I have some files. And here I have a Photoshop file, a PSD with a bunch of different elements, vectors, bitmaps, and as you can see here, it has 85 megabytes. I can then just select File, Open, and open it. So now XD will do the magic to convert every text that was in Photoshop to text in XD, all the bitmaps, all the vectors, and I would say it does, this first iteration does 90% of the work, and every month there's a whole team dedicated to this, and they're gonna introduce bug fixes, and it's just a matter of time until it's like nearly perfect. Yeah. So this is it. This is the same.
But I mean, you guys have probably realized this throughout the whole process of like developing Adobe XD. We like to get a product in your hands. We like to get your feedback and thoughts on different things. So please go in, test this out. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you're having any issues, where you would improve. That's what we're here for.
Let me go zoom out a little bit. So this is text, right? It came from Photoshop. And as you can see, the font is there, and then I can start weekly. And you can start playing with it, and you can, all the vectors come as vectors. And as soon as you have this, let's say I'm creating a new Android design, I can come here and select, I don't know, any place here. Let's say this card, this entire card, copy, create a new document, and start from there. So very, very easy to use. The shadows are there, the text is there, the vectors are there, so very, very powerful. So give it a try. Open your Photoshop files, especially the ones for UI work, like, I don't know, your website design, your app design in Photoshop, or existing UI kits in Photoshop. Play with that, open in XD, and if you find bugs, if you find things that are not coming perfectly, we know there's a lot of work to doing, like layer styles, a couple of things that XD doesn't have that Photoshop does, so it's there. So that's huge feature, opening Photoshop files in XD.
Before we go on to more features, we do have a couple of questions that I figure we should dive right into and address. So, border gradient option, has that hit your radar?
Say that again?
We need a border gradient.
Yeah, that's a great point. We need to improve the stroke functionality to support gradients.
Okay.
You can fake that today with a path and a mask. With, let's say you have a rectangle with a gradient, and then you draw a path that's a little like representing a stroke, and then you mask. That works, but we know it's not ideal, and we are doing our work to get there. So that's a very good feature request. You can go to user voice, adobeXD.uservoice.com, and you can suggest that. It's there already, so just vote on that, and you can expect not only that, but multiple strokes, multiple fills, and it's all there in the roadmap, but it takes time, right? We have this big team tackling different areas, but that's not there yet, but it's something to come.
Yeah, we'll post a link to User Voice. It's a great place to go and upvote features as well as put in new feature requests. There's a lot of features already requested on there that you can upvote, and it's also a great place for you to add your own context and use cases. So even if a feature is already there, if you feel like you can, elaborate on it or improve on the sort of outline of what that person had initially wrote, jump in.
Yeah, and it's like, if you want to learn where things are in terms of roadmap, let me go there very quickly and I'll show you. So if you go to adobeXD.uservoice.com, you can see the feature requests here, and you can see the top ones. For example, fixed elements, right? We know this is a huge one. It has over 4,000 votes. I think, how many comments here? 760 comments. That's a lot of comments. And the PM here changed the status from feature in the backlog to feature started. So everyone that voted for that subscribed, so you get notifications. And as soon as this feature is available, you get an email as well saying, okay, you can start using it.
That's a good way to keep up to date.
Yes. So when we updated the Photoshop importer, the ability to open Photoshop files in XD, everyone who voted for the feature got an email, and that's super positive. It can go there and start.
Yeah, and then there was a few other things here that I think you can also go to User Voice to upvote and weigh in on. It's Zeppelin for Windows. That's definitely being worked on. We also have, there was another request in here. What else is there? Oh, mirror flip. That's another one that you can find.
Yes, that's super close. And as you can see, let's say it's flip, you can start searching for that. And as soon as you fill that out, it gives you the ability to see that, and you can upvote on that thing. So all those things are coming. And again, if you really need complex vectors, you go to Illustrator, and you can bring the assets, the vectors, back to XD by copying and pasting, or via Creative Cloud libraries. And if you need complex bitmaps, then you go to Photoshop. Then you can do the same thing, copy or paste, and you can go to Creative Cloud libraries, add that to the library, and consume them in XD. So that's there.
Demian has all the workarounds. Yeah. Also, it's a good place if you are encountering bugs to log them. Peter here says that there seems to be a glitch on the layout grid when you zoom out columns down the line. That's being
fixed.
Items.
Yeah, that's a great catch, and that's being fixed. It's gonna be there very soon. So that's another benefit of having monthly updates, because we can quickly fix these things and send that out.
And then one more comment to address, and then we'll dive into our next feature demo. Any update on time transition?
Yes, that's my answer.
Okay.
There's a lot of progress coming. Yeah, no, it will come, and if you that's part of the micro interactions portion here. So let me go to my screen. So if you
2018
really want,
is the year of prototyping.
It's so exciting for prototyping.
Yes.
Fixed elements, overlays, and later micro interactions. And here you can see it already has over 3,000 votes. So make sure you vote there so you can subscribe to that feature. The PM team there is really talking to users here all the time. So sometimes they ask questions, and you can give your perspective on things related to this very specific request. So make sure you upvote there. Yeah, so that's
cool.
I can say yes. That's all I can say.
So awesome. So getting into the next feature that we released in the March update. So you can now import Photoshop files. What other kind of file can you open up in XD?
We know that there's a lot of work in tools like Sketch, for example. Right? There's a huge community around Sketch. They did an amazing job creating value. And one thing that I tell people all the time is that now we are really focused on our best to deliver the best value, and we're really focused on that. But we know that people have the files in Photoshop and Sketch.
The hard work's being done there.
Yeah. So one thing that to show that you can also now import Sketch files in XD, I brought this file. So there's this great designer, Joshua from Nigeria.
Yeah.
And he created this amazing animation using After Effects, but all the design was done in Sketch. So I have that file here, and I will show you right now. So file Sketch, if you open this very quickly, you can see it has the symbols. Let me remind this later. And you can see it has a page, all the designs are here, and the symbols are here as well. So if I go now in XD, and let me close this very quickly. If I go in XD, go file open, and I pick that sketch file. So let me select that, files. It will do its magic again. And
that was quick magic.
It's super fast.
Quick.
So all the design is now here in XD. And what's even better is that all the symbols are here as well. So all the symbols that you had there are now here. And in the next iteration, you're going to have colors and character styles as well.
Wow.
So your styles will come. And the cool thing here is that as soon as you have your design in XD, you can start prototyping, right? So I can right and jump into prototype mode and start prototyping.
Bring those designs to the next level.
Yes.
Really show that user experience workflow.
And you can do like a different transition here. Let's say slide up, and as soon as I click there, it's already doing that magic. So you can start prototyping right away, and all the pieces are coming from Sketch. So if you have things that are not converting perfectly, let us know, again, under bugs in user voice. And next month we're going to have more improvements and more improvements until it's nearly perfect. All right.
So for instance, once you've done this whole prototype, you can actually record a video of that prototype in action to share out. And a question that's come up a few times is why this is not available on the Windows version. And it's a limitation actually of the operating system. It's not us, we swear. But there is a workaround.
We're working with Microsoft to have that capability, and there are multiple different solutions on Windows that you can record your screen. I was testing the other day with there's an Xbox app on Windows, and you can use that to record your screen. I think it's used for gaming, but you can use that to record the screen, and that's there. So there's
we
always
haven't
a
forgot
way.
about you. we're working on it.
And here, if, like, to record a video, like Lindsay was saying, you can start recording, then you can play with your prototype. And as soon as you're done, you click there again and you get an MP4 to share with anyone.
Mm-hmm. It's also great for demos, like to put in your portfolio of things you've created.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. So it's great.
Yeah, so that's there. The third thing that we have is, let's say you have a website, and I will open a website design here very quickly. So let me go back here. And yeah, I have a website design on this file. And let me zoom in very quickly there. One thing that you know, as you do your website design, you have a layout grid there to help you. You can change the columns, you can change the gutters, all that here. But up until now, if you play this, you can define where your fold is, where your scrolling starts. And you can see it starts here. But up until now, you had to select the artboard and click here on the property inspector and change the viewport height to define where the fold would start.
Yeah.
But now, in March, you can use this guy here on canvas. So as I have this there, let me just minimize to prove that works. If you change this, it changes the viewport.
Look at that real-time action.
Right there, yeah. And you can define where the fold starts and ends on canvas as well.
So great.
The other thing that we have, though, that's also new is, let's say I have two elements here. One is, I don't know, one's red, and the other one is, this one will be green, and I group them. So to prove I'm not lying, I will open the layers panel. I have two elements there. If I group them, Command G or Control G on Windows, they're now grouped.
It's very festive looking.
Yeah, and now if you want to change the fill or stroke of both, before you had to go inside and do that, but now from the group level, you can change the fill, and this will apply that color to both elements. Same for border. I can remove the border entirely, or I can add one right from here, and it will do its magic to apply that to both elements within that group. So that's also new in XD6, our March update.
Simple, but speeds things up.
Yes. And the last update for this month is the ability to, if you have XD documents with lots of symbols. So let me open one here that has a lot of symbols. The UI kit that we have for Apple, for example. Let's see this one for iPhone X. This guy has a lot of nice components for iOS designs. So you can see you have a lot of tabs, and you have your status bar there. It's all there for you. But if you see the symbols panel here now, the assets panel actually that contains symbols, you have all your symbols here. But let's say I want to get one element here. Let me see which one I'll pick. This one, for example. This guy is a symbol. Or let me get another one that is a symbol. This is a symbol, right? I know it's a symbol because it has the green decoration around it. And let's say I want to reuse this guy. I can copy, and if I create a new document, up until the previous version, you would paste as a group, and you will lose the symbol capability.
Right.
But now if I paste, it comes as a symbol, and it remains a symbol. So you can have your, let's say, your design system in one main document, into using symbols. Then you can copy elements there and paste here. And symbols are very powerful in XD. You can have multiple instances, and this could be, I'm overriding text, and this could be, I don't know, by now, something like that. I'm using the same symbol overriding text, and I can also override bitmaps and symbols.
But you could easily say change the color of that blue across all symbol instances.
Yes, that's a great point. So let's say I want to manage all the colors used here on or multiple artboards. Well, I can select an element and say XD, give me all the colors that are used there. So that blue comes here. So let's say I want to change it to a pink. I can say right click, edit, and if I go to the pink here, it will find all instances where that blue is, and if you change that to a different color, you'll update all the instances.
When you're managing tens of artboards, it just keeps things simple and ensures consistency.
Yes, and this is also true for text. So I can add all the text, all the character styles that are used here, and you can see it's easily updatable, and yeah, it's all there for you.
Nice.
That's a lot of information.
Raphael said that March was the best XD update ever.
Thank you.
Thank you. We think it's pretty great, but
it is awesome.
You know, let's not, you know, limit ourselves here. This is the start of many good things.
Yeah.
So while it might be the best XD update to date for you,
yeah, there's a lot of great
we're hoping that we can outdo ourselves in the future.
Yes.
So stay tuned.
What else we have? You're giving away more stuff.
I am giving away more stuff. Well, I'm not personally. Adobe XD is.
What's happening now?
Right. So last Tuesday, as part of the release, we also announced another free UI kit for the community, and this one was made by Megan Fisher. She's also known as Owltastic on Twitter and her Dribbble account. Megan and I have a few things in common. We're both big fans of wine, cats, owls, and Adobe XD.
Nice.
So it all it's been really great working with her, and I think her love of animals came out in this project. So she created a UI kit based on a pet sitting service. So it has lots of e-commerce elements in there. There's a marketing one-pager, lots of useful things for you to get started. And the beautiful thing is you open it and you see a million cute pets.
Let's open that.
Actually, go back to the Behance project for a second. I have to do a special shout out quickly.
Okay, let me just, there we go.
So if you scroll down, my cat totally makes a cameo in this Behance project. It's
Is that
you gotta find her. I'm in a testimonial. There we are, Lindsay M, and that is my big fluffy white cat Isabella.
Look at that.
So
Getting
had to,
famous.
I know, I really had to give her a shout out. So
that's so cool.
pretty great. But yeah,
is it all there in that file? Awesome.
a lot of these things are. I don't think my testimonial made it into the file, but I'm okay with that. We'll see. Maybe. Oh, it did. There she is. There she is.
So this is a
It's
very
flopping
well
out.
designed file. This is great. Like, as you can see, as soon as you open the file, you can see instructions to find things. So she did an amazing job here, telling you where things are, where the symbols are, all the fonts. They are typekit fonts, so you can go here in Creative Cloud and you can go assets, fonts, and you can manage fonts and you can search for them and you can sync. As soon as you click their sync, they will show up here in your document. Yeah, it's super easy. And then you have, if you open the assets panel, you have all the colors that you mentioned, all the character styles used here, and all the symbols. So you can.
So that little boilerplate you're seeing on top, that's like kind of how you know it's one of our official UI kits, because we do include that now in all the kits we're releasing. So it's the team has looked at this kit and
This is so
we
cool.
make use of the features that are available on XD.
Yes.
So lots of great elements here. There's even a little prototype set up within the kit too, to show what like a user workflow could look like, and then Megan, when she started this project, she built out all of these wireframes. When she was attacking this project, she really wanted to make sure all the elements were there. So she created these like amazing, like almost high fidelity wireframes. And so we did ask her to include those because we thought they would be interesting and useful.
Yeah.
So you guys could really see the evolution of how this UI kit was designed.
Look at that.
So there's lots of goodies in this
so
kit.
cool.
So we're feeling
And
really
what
good about
do
it.
people have to do to
win
a special thing, and what the special thing is again?
Yeah, so as you guys might have caught on, every time we release a UI kit, we want to get you guys in there and using it and creating cool stuff. So we're launching a design challenge this Wednesday morning. So go ahead, take a look at it now, but we're not officially accepting any entries until Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. Pacific time. And basically all you need to do is take the UI kit and create an error state screen using the different elements, and it can be for a website or web or desktop experience or a mobile app. It's really up to you. We're really not giving you any specs.
Be creative.
We're giving you assets. We just want you to get in there and play. With all of these design challenges, we're not judging you on the work you're creating. We just want you to create something and share it with the community.
Yes.
And
It's a random selection.
we'll randomly
right? Yeah.
select a winner, and that winner will be the recipient of a 13-inch MacBook Pro with a touch bar, as well as a 1-year subscription to Creative Cloud. So it's a pretty
I'm
sweet
laughing
prize.
already. Like this creates emotion.
I know, right? And
Yeah,
you get to look at, like, I can't wait to see, like, pets are not a requirement. However,
they helped a lot, yeah.
You know, I wouldn't be mad if I saw a whole bunch of cat photos.
I don't laugh too, like, when I look at UI kits a lot, but this is giving me like a...
It's warm and fuzzy.
Yeah.
Pardon the pun.
Very cool.
It's good.
Very cool.
It's very friendly.
And the prize is?
Yeah, the MacBook. I think I said that.
MacBook Pro.
I'll just re-emphasize. 13-inch MacBook Pro with touch bar.
Touch bar. So it's not just a simple one. It has a touch bar, the new one.
Plus a 1-year subscription to Creative Cloud, so you'll have
all the apps.
Yes.
This is crazy. Like all these apps.
And
Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, XD, Premiere, After Effects, Dimension, everything.
Even if you're an existing subscriber too, like it just means another 12 free months.
Yes.
So it's all.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So that's it, right? Like we have questions.
So when will the next update be? Well, we don't have a specific date to share, but I don't know if you've noticed, there's a bit of a trend with us. Every few weeks, we tend to release something. So stay tuned on here. We always do sneaks.
Yes.
We do sneaks. We do Adobe live events. We do all sorts of good things.
Yes. And you can also interact with us on Twitter.
Yep.
The whole XD team is there. And if you use Adobe XD there, we'll find you. And sometimes someone will answer you. Yeah. It's really there for you guys. And if you have feedback, more detailed feedback, feature requests, please go to user voice again and leave us a feature request or file a bug.
Yeah, it's true. So yeah, follow us on Twitter for more information about the design challenge, again, Wednesday morning. We have one going out this week. We have one going out the next week. Tune in next week.
Yes.
Demian will be announcing the winner of the design challenge.
Yeah.
And he'll also be back again with the director of product for XD, Andrew Shorten. Like I said, prepare those hard questions, get them ready. I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying this. I'm just kidding. You know, he's
ready
guy.
for it.
Yeah,
he's ready.
He's ready.
Everyone is ready. Like we're so open. Like we're part of one of our principles is transparent, and we're really preserving that as much as possible. So we are trying to be as honest as possible. Give you the user voices right there with the feature status, if it's in the backlog, if it's being developed, if it needs more information. So that's one of our core principles. Just like performance is another one. So. We're really focused on keeping the principles intact.
Also, look out for us on Designer News.
Yes.
We've been doing a series of AMAs with the product teams here, so it's another way to get your questions answered. I mean, Demian and I are always here, but sometimes it helps to like write out your thoughts and feelings and good, bad, ugly. You know, it's a good place to also reach out to other team members. So we're not hard to find.
It's all there, and we have lots of UI kits. I was just thinking, like, how many we have now, right? We have...
Well, I mean, it's hard to actually count them all because... So officially, our team has released 6 with top UX designers. We've also partnered with UI8 to release a kit. And we, then there's, of course, the core platform kits, iOS, Windows,
Google Material Design,
yeah. So there's a bunch.
And now that you can open Photoshop in sketch files, that
the world is your creative oyster.
So go there, open those files, file the problems you find, if you find problems, and let us know what you think. It's all there for you guys.
And while you're creating all these great things, I know we have the design challenges, which really gives you a platform to show us what you're creating. But we always look out for the hashtag made with Adobe XD. So feel free to use that on Behance and on Twitter, Facebook, what have you. Behance, we always go on there and feature work that we find on there that's shown as made with XD. So it's a good way to get some extra visibility.
And there's a lot of work here as well. Like on the PM side, if you have files that are kind of complex and let's say I want to make this responsive and XD is looking at responsive design, ping us on Twitter and maybe send the files just like Joshua did, and we can use that file to run tests to optimize all the algorithms here. So please keep sending that kind of work to us as well, because you can really help how XD evolves, not only with feature requests but also with your work being tested early.
Help us
XD.
Design the design tool you want to use. There was one more question about the contest details. So again, follow @Adobe XD on Twitter. The contest will pretty much live on Twitter entirely. We'll be tweeting out details Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. Pacific time. Even if you don't have a Twitter account, it's worth signing up for one just to stay up to date on that and to participate.
Yeah, I think that's all. There's a lot of information. Yeah. And yeah, we're going to be everywhere. Like, we have people on the team in Japan, so if you're in Japan, let us know. Maybe we can connect you there. I was in Philadelphia last week for a creative jam and customer meetings. This week I'll be in San Diego on Wednesday, New York on Saturday for a workshop. So there's a lot of the team is everywhere. Demian. So yeah, so let us know if you're there.
Cool. So we are going to wrap up now, but I will say that we'll drop a link to the Creative Jam so you can see if one's coming up in your city. It's basically like a really cool design event with a 3-hour design challenge, as well as talks for people that just want to show up and hang out, eat good food, network, that kind of
drinks.
thing.
Yeah. Awesome.
It's a great creative event, and we're bringing them to cities all over. So we'll post a link to that so you guys can check that out.
Yeah.
All right. If you liked what you saw today, be sure to give us a like and a share, and feel free to leave your comments. We still check in here even when we're not live. So
yeah.
Thanks to everyone. I'll be missing you next week, but
I'll be
tune
here
in with Demian and Andrew.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
See you. Bye.